We've got the teams, the stage is set, everything is ready for the Premiership final at Twickenham tomorrow. The showpiece occasion in the Gallagher Premiership season. It's been a fantastic season, and the two best teams, the ones that finish 1 and 2 in the league, are going to contest that final at Twickenham. Two of the most passionate rugby towns as well. This is what's so exciting about this particular game, is that Bath is rugby bonkers. Northampton, it's two towns where the rugby team are the number one, and the fans have been starved of the glory days that they've wanted, and my goodness me, are they taking advantage of it. A total sellout at Twickenham, 82,000, and it's going to be a brilliant atmosphere. The weather is going to be like average. It's going to feel like autumn, but it's going to be red hot on the pitch. And let's have a look at the teams. And the headline is, no changes. Two squads that are exactly the same as they were in the semi-finals, which is fantastic news. It means no one's been injured. I'm sure there were some tough calls. There were some people that came off the bench and had big games and would have been pushing for selection. There's guys that weren't involved in the squad that are going to have to be standing in the stands and watching on. And in the case of Northampton Saints, one of the players you think of is Rory Hutchinson, for example. But other than that, I don't think there's many players that you would think would improve the starting 15 or the match day 23. It's pretty stacked and really well balanced. And for four of the guys in that match day 23, it's a final bow in a Northampton Saints jersey, and that's going to be an extra added layer of motivation, which is going to well up the emotions even more. You've got the great Courtney Laws, Alex Waller, club legend, who was in the team the last time they won the Premiership a decade ago, Lewis Ludlam, and there's one other that I'm just forgetting, aren't I? Alex Moon. How could I forget Alex Moon? He's going to Bayonne. So it's exactly the same, and this is a very good Northampton Saints team. I am going to do a combined 23-man squad, as I did the other day when I was anticipating what the teams might be. I'm going to do that just to see where the balance of power lies. And a little spoiler alert, I have changed my combined team. I've had a rethink on that. I've been going back over the semi-finals and I've got another thought, but it's a very, very good team, isn't it? As is Bath's. Ben Spencer will be leading out the team. No changes as well to the 23. And there's so much power in that team, in the front row, in the back row, the midfield as well. Big, strong wingers. But it's all about, I think it could come down to the two sets of halfbacks. But there's just matchups everywhere on the pitch, wherever you look. And there's really good players on the bench as well. I do think there are some key battlegrounds, and you do get a sense of that when I pick my combined 23-man squad, which I did the other day, but as I say, has changed. And here it is. So, let's go through. Front row, I mean, Northampton Saints are no slouches at scrum time. It's been one of the biggest areas of improvement for them. And especially the guys that came off the bench. And Saracens thought they might have a little hint at getting an edge when Iogan comes on, when Matavesi comes. But no, and Miller Mills, they shut them down. But Abano, Thomas DeToy, and backup tight head prop Will Stewart, that's a pretty fearsome scrummaging unit there. Curtis Langdon has been all action, brilliant. He gets the nod at hooker. In the second row, look, I know I've kind of fudged it a little bit because really, Alex Moon and Quinn Rue are the number 4s, and Charlie Yules and Alex Coles are the sort of the line-out captain number 5s, but they're both so good that I'm going to go with the two of them in. Alex Moon, there's an argument to say, and if I had to pick one of the number 4s and one of the number 5s, I think I'd probably go Alex Moon and just Charlie Yules over Alex Coles. But what's interesting is Yules and Coles are kind of, you get the sense they might be fighting for one spot in that England squad. And there's a good chance they'll both be involved in the squad, but when you actually come to the tour to Japan and New Zealand, it might be one of those two that gets to go. So this final, Steve Borthwick will be sitting back going, go on then, boys, earn it. Into the back row then, and Ted Hill's fantastic, but I've gone with Courtney Laws. Same goes Tom Pearson, such a good ball carrier. Sam Underhill, massive defensive energy. And I think the defence in finals, well, that's usually what wins championships. And I think he could have a big day. And in the number 8 battle, Alfie Barbary, Joano Augustus. I watched the semi-finals again and I thought Augustus was brilliant. I thought he was really, really powerful. And Alfie Barbary, I mean, not too shabby either, but I've just gone with Augustus. The halfbacks, I mean, that's just Premiership Dream Team stuff. And the one change I've done in the back line, I did originally pick the entire Northampton Saints back 3 with Ollie Slightholme, Tommy Freeman and George Furbank. I watched the semi-finals again. And look, Ollie Slightholme has been immense. 15 tries in 16 starts. He has been electric. Player of the month recently. And I think he made my team of the season. But I was just watching that semi-final and I was thinking, this game's going to be tight. This game's going to be small margins. There's going to be a lot of tactical kicking. And I just watched Will Muir and the way he chases the ball down. He's like a dog after a ball in the park. He is just relentless. Ollie Slightholme is the guy that if Northampton get a chance, he can just sneak and score. But I think the bulk of the game is going to come down to the pressure of a kick chase, trying to keep George Furbank and Tommy Freeman and Ollie Slightholme pinned back when the kicks go in. And for that reason, and because it's a final, I've just edged for Will Muir, who I do think has been fantastic. And again, I'm looking at that England squad and I'm thinking Joe Thocken-Singer, Ollie Slightholme and Will Muir. Maybe there's only space for one of those guys, possibly two, but at least one of them are going to miss out on an England squad spot. So this final's massive from that point of view. Look at the bench. Northampton have got an edge. I've got no doubt Northampton have got an edge. They've gone with a 6-2 split. Bath have gone 5-3. I just think with the versatility of the players that are in the Northampton side, they can cope with injuries there. And like Hendy is just a Swiss Army knife of a rugby player. Tommy Freeman as well. George Furbank can slot in at 10. So I really, really like the look of Northampton's bench. Bath have got some power in the pack to come off, but I just keep coming back to the thinking this is going to be Alex Mitchell on the attacking side of the game and the controlling game management side of the game. Courtney Laws just being the defensive totem for Northampton, and the energy off the bench I think is just going to be too much. But it should be an absolute belter. And bring it on. I'll have loads of content on the channel from the Premiership final regarding the URC as well. So if you haven't already, I'd love it if I would earn your subscription. I'll see you on the next video.